like more veteran players abuse the spike blocks in their positioning to trick players up. So we see our first item was the wine, and full body introduced a lot of new items, such as the wine glass. What the wine does is essentially gives you immunity for a certain number of seconds from both stage hazards and the opponent player. Wow.
Yeah, very surprising.
That was a quick dive kick.
Hazel on the offensive.
So if you get dove kick or hit from above like that, your character will fall unless there's another block for them to essentially land on. And if there's nothing, you will just fall to your death.
Oh, a skull.
Yeah, and what a skull does is it basically repeats your last move infinitely until you enter in a new action, a new input. Oh. Okay. I think that's rough. Because what might have happened there is that Celina was trying to move to a spot Hazel was already moving into. And your character can't move if something's occupying that space. So they'll just turn and look like an idiot on top of the spike blocks, which is triggering, and you just get skewered.
Yeah, quick match in Hazel's favor.
Oh,
see, it was right back to Prison of Despair.
Running it back, which is somewhat dangerous.
That wine glass feels like a huge advantage on this.
Oh, that was so bad. So what you'll see in kind of the more shorter variations of Prison like this is that a player will pull out a block and kind of maneuver around with it as like a defensive wall around them. So they'll like climb up it and climb around it and use that to their advantage. In that case, Hazel used it to position around the middle to essentially set up a roadblock. Like, hey, Celina, you're going to have to go through me if you want to come this way.
All right, wine bottle on the approach. And the extra blocks.
Hazel is playing some good sidle defense, kind of staying above Celina there. And what that does is prevents her from going through him and having to find an alternate way around. So normally you can hit people in this situation, but oh wow.
Quick 2-0 from Hazel.
Wow, actually. Wow. So essentially what happened there is that Celina was caught lacking in that situation and got the block pushed out right from underneath them.
Torture chamber.
Only those who can ignore the pleas of those who could not escape their execution.
Was that the... We're playing first to two, right? So
you know, we might not be.
I want to play first to two. So are they playing a third?
Best of 5? Or
I would doubt that. Unless the first game was just like a...
Unless that was a button,
like
a hand warmer, yeah.
But they play like a full map. I don't know.
Very warm hands.
We'll see.
Into the second game.
Either way, Hazel's up either way. So.
Interesting. We're going back in.
I hope they know. I think this is supposed to be best of 2.
Well.
More Catherine. I'm not going to complain either way.
I'm not complaining.
Okay, this is the new clock tower, which, if you're familiar with the old one, had a lot of bombs on it. This one's a bit trickier because it's not necessarily a symmetrical stage. So as you kind of see, there's variations on both sides, and this will inherently create conflict on the stage, like what you're seeing now.
Yeah. Celina put in a really bad position here. Maybe trying to farm for some items, or...
And just pay attention to how Hazel's moving. And Hazel's using his body as essentially a defensive roadblock and an offensive tool in that sense. Look.
Oh, this is a tough position to defend. There's 2 routes up. Oh, there we go.
Yep. So that's what you want to see. You're using your body defensively to throw your opponent off guard, forcing them to move through you, and then as the moment your opponent makes one mistake, you capitalize and swap onto the offensive and knock them off. Oh, and Hazel's going. Okay. Yeah, that's true. So that will, if you get stuck in that dive kick combo where they keep hitting you down, you're stuck like that in full body. In Catherine, there are actually ways to get out of it, but in full body, you actually just die.
Yeah, difficult opening for Hazel to like take advantage of the chasing after that other side of the stage.
Oh.
I thought we were about to see a repeat.
Yeah, because generally you can try to follow that up on that if your opponent is not paying attention.
All right. Celina using that X Factor to get a little bit of a... Oh, right out of that lead.
Yeah, so X Factor on this is because of how jagged the stage is, X Factor sometimes doesn't make a lot of difference until you get closer to the end and use it to like capitalize your win.
Oh, that's a difficult position.
And yeah, I want to see how Celina maneuvers with this skull, because you will see sometimes players who aren't super comfortable with it will avoid that skull block completely. But once you kind of get the rhythm down for it, some new, like more veteran players will just say, screw it, I don't care. I'm just gonna go.
Oh, it looks like Celina trying to avoid that dead end there.
So this is what I mean by the stage not being symmetrical. You have this exact arrangement, so it forces players to move in like awkward spots and to like compete with each other for the resource that is the path up. Ooh, Hazel's pushing, trying to put Celina on island. This is dangerous. Now they're invisible.
Oh, very okay. Celina entirely trapped. Oh, all right.
And that's the difficult thing with invisibility is that if you don't have a good handle of your positioning, it's very easy to get lost.
Yeah, I feel like Celina turned that invisibility into a major disadvantage.
Because she lost her footing and wasn't sure how to proceed from there. That top, though, was a bit complicated because it was all dark blocks. So every interaction you take is an opportunity for your opponent to reposition and get an upper hand.
Yeah.